his way to the ring from India, standing over 7 feet tall, weighing in at 420 pounds, is the world heavyweight champion, the Great Khali.
Batista looking like a caged animal, so focused and determined, John. One of the reasons, because of what you just saw moments ago, happened to Batista's friend, Rey Mysterio, last week.
Batista and Rey Mysterio have been close friends, and Batista got to watch something that I had not seen in 15 years in this business. Khali puts that vice grip on Rey Mysterio and basically squishes his head like a grape.
And the caged animal Batista is about to be unleashed on the world champion Khali. This is such an important matchup on so many different fronts. For Batista, it could give him momentum heading into Sunday. For Khali, it could put a stamp on his dominance heading into Sunday. But Sunday, a third man will be involved. Rey Mysterio. It's every man for himself. The champion doesn't have to be involved in the decision with a world title on the line. We're going to find out if Batista can do it now. And Batista knows he's got to stay away from the Khali vice grip that has taken down the likes of Kane, Ric Flair, Mysterio, Batista, and then just this past Monday night on Raw, the Intercontinental Champion Jeff Hardy was taken down by the Khali vice grip.
Just knocked Batista out of his boots.
Rey Mysterio vows he will be involved in that triple threat match at Unforgiven. We don't know if he will be 100% after the frightening turn of events from last week. And Khali dominating Batista.
The question, though, is does Mysterio really want to come back against this giant Khali?
I think he does. Mysterio's got heart. He's got a fighting spirit. And he won the world title in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. So
you may think he does, he may says he does, but when you're faced with the prospect of coming in here against this man who is right now dismantling Batista, you've got to have reservations.
Batista laid out by Khali. A frightening display by the world champion.
You remember the Great American Bash, Batista and Kane couldn't take down the Great Khali.
Great point. How are Batista and Mysterio going to be able to do it Sunday? Oh, and a big thunderous clothesline.
Batista came out here looking for revenge. He took his best shot at Khali, and Khali right now is eating him alive.
Khali.
This could be over quick, Michael.
Those giant mitt-sized hands. Khali measuring Batista, going for the Khali vice grip. The animal trying desperately to counter. Khali's so close.
Khali gets it on, it's over.
The vice grip locked in. I believe, no, not quite. The vice grip wasn't quite locked in around the skull of Batista. Batista able to counter for a moment. And Batista showing signs of life. Moved off the skull. And every time Batista tries to muster any offense, John, it's just thwarted.
Look, Batista's trying, Batista's thinking, Batista's changing his game plan, but the Giant shuts him down every time he comes at him.
The world champion, the Great Khali, driven into the post by Batista. Perhaps a desperation move, but an effective one nonetheless. Oh, and see Khali just swatting Batista away. Almost with ease.
This is unbelievable. I've been in the ring with Batista. He's one of the strongest people I've ever been in the ring with. He is being manhandled right now by the Great Khali.
Batista weighs near 300 pounds. Wow. Batista with a spine buster to Khali.
There's not a soul sitting down in Minneapolis right now.
Batista from out of nowhere. Can he do it? Can Batista deliver the Batista bomb to the Great Khali? He's got him up almost. And Khali managing to counter. And tossing Batista to the top rope. And there's the Khali chop.
Batista's out.
Batista.
Look at it. Batista doesn't know where he is.
Batista showed a flurry for a moment. Batista not quite knowing where he is. And there it is. The Khali vice
Ball game.
The devastating Khali vice grip.
48 hours, Michael, from Unforgiven.
Khali's got it locked in. Batista getting to the ropes. He's in the ropes. Khali's got to break the hold. Batista made it.
Nobody gets out of this, Michael.
But he's got to break the hold. He's got to break the hold. Batista.
He's not going to. He's not going to.
Not at all. In fact, Khali's increased the pressure.
Khali knows he's 48 hours away from Batista trying to take his championship.
Look at Batista.
Khali is trying to put Batista out.
Look at Batista's face as Khali has got that vice grip, crushing the skull, the temples of the animal Batista. Batista.
You better get some help out here.
Almost
Somebody better get some help.
a helpless look. Batista the animal being rendered helpless.
You don't get out of this, Michael. It's like Rey Mysterio last week.
Those giant mitt-like hands surrounding the skull of Batista. The referee's begging.
Somebody better get him off Batista.
Well, they're begging Ranjit Singh, the translator, to get his man off Batista. But Batista, look at this. Batista's fading.
Michael, we're not only going to not have a main event in 48 hours, we're not going to have a Batista if somebody doesn't get this giant off of Batista now.
Khali looking to take Batista out of the triple threat equation on
Look how
Sunday.
huge those hands are.
Batista's helpless. Batista is absolutely helpless, near lifeless.
Batista's head is engulfed by those hands. Somebody's got to get some help. Come on.
Batista's
Come on.
His complexion turning a beet red. Khali completely dominant. Last week, the Khali vice grip squashed Mysterio. This week, it decimated Batista. Who can stop the giant? Can Mysterio or Batista slay Khali Sunday? It's every man for himself, but is it good enough?